Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is your host Nasan, and I want to take this time out to speak to you without the music, without the tunes, without the smoothness of background music. I want to talk about success right quick. I want to talk about what makes a party successful. Now, I want to talk to my promoters, my hosts, who may throw lifestyle parties, who may throw swinger parties and events. Excuse me. You see, success is what you make it, and that goes for anything in life. Like, success to somebody may be becoming a millionaire, while success to another person may be eating by the end of the night, or finding shelter, or finding a decent meal, or finding a place to rest. It all depends on your morals, values, and standards. You know, success is what you make it in life. There's no one fit all thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no one shoe that fits all. You have your different sizes. You dig? And I want to relate that thought, that philosophy, to the lifestyle, to the swinger lifestyle. You see, it all depends on what you value and how you uphold your values based on your standards. See, a successful lifestyle party or an event to someone may be, like, let's say their value is to have a lot of people, to have a huge crowd, a huge audience. So they may value the size of the party, and their standards is making sure the place is packed, like the house is packed like sardines if they're throwing a lifestyle party, or if every room is booked at a hotel party, or they lock down the whole hotel if somebody decides to throw a hotel takeover. You know, that may be that may be a success to somebody. You dig? On the other hand, let's say you may be a person who just wants a small gathering. So you value a small, fun, intimate gathering, and your standards is keeping people engaged. Like, you may throw a sip and paint at your house, at the privacy of your house, with only 10 people, with only 8, 10, 12 people, like a small gathering, and you're changing it up. Like, you have a sip and paint, but it's like a naked sip and paint. Or you can have a weed and paint, not a sip and paint. You smoke, you smoke your hemp, your ganja, your reefer, your weed, your chronic, or whatever they call it nowadays. You have a weed and paint, sip and naked paint. It's like you're being playful with the themes, and you're being a host to keep up the morale, the fun. It could be something as simple as that. Or let's say some people just value money. Let's just say you value money. Your value is money, and your standard is making sure that you make as much money as possible. It doesn't matter if people are playing. It doesn't matter if people are having fun. They could be miserable at your party, and nobody's playing, but the place is packed, jam-packed. But you don't care about that, because you just care about breaking even or making a profit, because that's what you value. You value money over the welfare of your guests. So that may be your value, and you may value money, and your standards is to make sure that the joint is packed, and you're disregarding the opinions, or you're disregarding what the fun factor of your guests, or the atmosphere that your guests seek. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not creating an atmosphere that an atmosphere of euphoria that would entice them to want to play, entice them to unleash that inner beast, because you just care about money. So that may be your value is money, and your standards, you probably don't even have any standards. You dig? Or let's just say on the flip side of that, let's just say you don't even care how many people come to your parties. You may lose, you may, you may certain people may not come to your parties. Let's just say you rented out a venue at a house, you rented out a venue and you don't make anything back. You took a loss. If you're not throwing an event, a party, lifestyle party at your home, at your residence, because, for whatever the case is not too big, or you just don't want people to come to your privacy, like a lot of people to know where you live. You just want to throw it somewhere else. Let's just say you take a loss, but everybody's playing, like everybody's turning up, they getting it in, what I'm saying? They getting down, they getting busy, but you took a loss. But you may value, you may value that, you may value great customer service over making money. You value great customer service, and your standard is making sure, creating an atmosphere, creating the mood, creating the vibe that will make people comfortable to want to play. And you're bringing in the clientele who look aesthetically pleasing for the most part. So you don't even care if you took a loss. You just care that everybody's having sex and just acting like wild beasts. You dig? But on the flip side, if you're the type who want to make money, then all that doesn't matter. You pissed off. You like, yo, only 8 people came, and I didn't even break even, not even close. But everybody's having sex. Don't you want everybody to have sex, as opposed to throwing a large party? It's packed as hell. It's sweaty. It's uncomfortable, and nobody's having sex. Nobody's playing, which is the object of a damn lifestyle party. And nobody's playing, but you don't care because you made your money. You made your money and then some. You dig? So success, what makes a successful party is based on what you make it. It's based on your morals, your values, your opinions, or what you strive to get, what you strive to convey to the public. And the opinions of your guests, of your clientele, of your fan base validates your values and standards. Now, if everybody say that your parties are whack, your events are whack, your meet and greets are whack, then that's a reflection of your standards, of your values. What you put in, what you put out is what you get back is what you put in. You dig? So if you half-ass something, people, see, you can only fool people for so long, that people would catch up to what you're doing. People know that you're just doing this to pay your rent. You're not putting any thought into this. You're just doing it. You're just putting something together, and voila, it's a lifestyle party. It's like cooking minute rice. You put some water in it, put it in a microwave, and ding, you got your minute rice, your 60 seconds. Instead of cooking, taking the time out and cooking a gourmet meal, like the time it takes you to cook a large Thanksgiving meal spread. You dig? So it's what you make it. A successful party is what you make it. But for the most part, you need a venue to accommodate your clientele, your fan base, how many people who may come to your event, whether there's 10, 15, 20, 30, 100, 150, 200, 300, or whatever. Then get some music that will put people in the mood, that will put people in the space to want to socialize and later play and engage in sexual activities. Then you would need a staff. You need a staff to change the damn sheets. You need a staff to accommodate accommodate your clientele. That's what a staff, if you run a group, you need a staff, you need an admin team to accommodate your clientele and to make sure everything runs smooth. Like if something goes wrong, you need a strong staff, an admin team to listen to the issues that your clientele may have and to correct that and rectify that and to make sure everything's okay. Or, you know, a staff so you won't have to do everything. That's if you're throwing a large party. And you need food. You need food. You need water. You need liquor for people who drink. And you need water so people can be hydrated. And you need a kick-ass spread, because when people go to lifestyle parties, they like to eat before they get it in. So have a good spread. Just don't have freaking like order a damn pizza and call it a day. Nah, it's like that's lazy. If you're gonna do it right. You dig? So you have your music, you have the venue, you have your food, you have your drinks, you have your staff, you have your security details, and you have the playrooms, and you have the clean atmosphere, and you have your rules that you read by midnight or before you decide to tell people to dress down so they could get in the mood to play. You know, so it's the overall aesthetics of the lifestyle party. Throwing an event, a lifestyle party event or what have you, is not easy. It's not just you wake up and say, oh, I just want to throw a lifestyle. No, it's not that easy. And that's why you have a lot of come and go, people come and go. You have a lot of people who come and go because they throw the run-of-the-mill parties and they're not successful because they think it's easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of time and effort to put into it. When I was in the group, I really couldn't play. When I was in the group and when I was an admin, I was working most of the night. I really couldn't play because I had to be attentive to everything. I had to be attentive to our guests. I had to make sure that the sheets on the beds, excuse me, the sheets on the beds were clean because nobody want to play on somebody else's DNA. I had to make sure that everything runs smooth along with my admins. I had to make sure that every problem issue were addressed. I had to make sure I did that to ensure that the party runs smooth. You dig? So, you know, I say that to say that success is what you make it. And, you know, whether success to you is throwing a party that has 100 people, 150, 200, 300, 500, or even 5, 6. Like an intimate gathering that everybody's having sex. It's what you make it. Success is what you value. Success is what you make it. It's your thought process. It's your philosophy. It's your morals and values and standards. It's what you see fit. You're not competing with other people. You're competing with yourself. You dig? Based on what you want out of life or what you want out of a lifestyle party. So on that note, this is not Son the Great. And this has been another episode of Swingers After Dark. Subscribe to this channel. And until then, peace.